Let's be real. A lot of us have some serious AI anxiety right now, right? It feels like the ground is shifting under our feet when it comes to our careers. But what if the fix wasn't some crazy new skill you have to learn, but a single, simple file you could start making, like, right now? Let's get into it.
Okay, let's try a little thought experiment. You step into an elevator, the doors close, you've got maybe 8 seconds to tell someone not just what you do, but who you are, what you're all about. Can you do it? If you paused even for a second, you've just nailed the exact problem we're going to tackle. Because in this new world with AI, that quick, clear answer, well, it's everything. And that quote from Network Chuck, man, it just hits the nail on the head. When a machine can do your skills, the one thing it can't copy is, well, you. The only way to really stand out is to know who you are. Deep down, that's your secret weapon.
All right, so how do we actually do that? How do we figure that stuff out? Well, the answer is this really cool framework called the Telos File. It was created by a hacker, Daniel Miessler, as basically a simple text-based way to capture all the things that actually matter to you.
And the name itself is pretty awesome. Telos is this Greek word, and it means a thing's ultimate purpose, its whole reason for being. And that's exactly what this file is designed to do. Help you nail down your personal why. You know, the real reason you get out of bed in the morning.
And here's the part that's just so brilliant. It's ridiculously simple. We're not talking about some complicated app or a 100-page workbook you'll never finish. Nope. It's one single plain text file. That's it. You just dump everything in there. Your goals, your missions, what you're struggling with, even your insecurities. It all goes in one place. And that's simplicity. That's its superpower.
Okay, so this Telos file, it's got this killer 2-for-1 punch. First, for you, it's a mirror. It forces you to be brutally honest with yourself and get super clear on who you are and where you're headed. But then, here's the real game changer. You can take this file and feed it to an AI. You're basically giving the AI the user manual for you, giving it all the context it needs to analyze your life, find patterns, and see blind spots you would never see on your own.
So you're probably thinking, this sounds cool, but where do I even start? Let's get practical. You can actually build the foundation of this whole thing in like the next 7 minutes. Seriously. It's a simple 4-part framework. Let's break it down.
All right, these are the 4 pillars: problems, missions, narratives, and goals. Super simple. We're going to walk through what each one means, starting right at the top.
So, first up, problems. This is where you just list out what bugs you, what frustrates you about the world. It can be something huge, like I'm worried about kids' safety online. Or it can be super personal, like, man, I'm trying to get a tech job, but every single entry-level posting wants 3 years of experience. What's up with that? Just write it all down, no filter.
Okay, so once you have this list of things that really get under your skin, the next part becomes almost automatic. So how do you find your mission?
It comes straight out of the problem you just identified, the problem that you're most fired up about solving. Boom, that's your mission. So if you're frustrated by those crazy job requirements, maybe your mission becomes helping people break into the industry. See how they link up? Problems lead directly to missions.
Okay, so now you've got a mission. The narratives part is where you figure out how to talk about it. This is literally your elevator pitch. The goal is to cook up a few different versions. You know, an 8-second version, a 15-second one, a 30-second one. Because you just never know when you're going to bump into someone who can help you make that mission happen.
And finally, a mission without a plan is just a daydream, right? So that's where goals come in. These are the actual, specific, measurable things you're going to do, your action plan. And you want to make them SMART goals. You've probably heard of this: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. This turns your big mission into concrete steps.
Okay, so you've built the foundation, and honestly, just doing that is life-changing. But now we get to the part that feels like it's straight out of a sci-fi movie. Let's talk about the real superpower here, using this file to hack your own blind spots.
Yeah, the real magic kicks in when you feed this whole document, your problems, missions, your history, maybe even your daily journal entries, to an AI. It can process this massive amount of data about you and start seeing connections that our human brains just struggle to find. You can literally ask it, hey, here's all my data. Tell me where my actions don't line up with what I say I want. What am I missing?
I mean, just look at the difference here. On one side, you're basically guessing. You're full of hidden biases. On the other, you get data-driven insights and truly objective feedback. Instead of being tripped up by your own bad habits you can't even see, you can red team your own life. Actively hunt down and fix the blind spots that are holding you back.
And this isn't just some theory, okay?
check out this real example of the kind of feedback it can spit out. Imagine an AI telling you, your journaling reveals chronic procrastination patterns masked as productive busyness. Ouch, right? It's brutal, but it's so incredibly valuable. It just cuts through all the excuses we tell ourselves and points right at the problem. It's like having the most honest, insightful coach in the world.
So let's circle all the way back to the beginning. We've got this simple text file, you can get AI feedback on it, but how does this actually help with that career anxiety we were talking about?
Think about it. For like 200 years, our identity has been wrapped up in our job title. I'm a writer. I'm an accountant. But AI is blowing that up. Your identity can't just be what you do anymore. It has to be what you're about. And this file is your blueprint for figuring that out.
You know, when you boil it all down, this whole process, this whole file, it's really about one thing. Getting this kind of clarity. Clarity on who you are, what problems you're here to solve, what your mission is, that changes everything. It's like the quote says, clarity is life.
So I'm going to leave you with this question. In a future where a machine can do your job, what are you about? Because once you can answer that, really answer it, you're irreplaceable.